because of finding friendship. I met her there.
Yeah.
So, Bibi.
Yes.
Can you tell us the story, your story of friendship?
Can I share it?
Can you share any interesting story about friendship in your life?
I just wanted to talk about something similar to what you just spoke about. For me too, I'm married, and I will want to talk about my husband, how we met.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was also a similar experience, a church experience. Like
Church girl. Always church.
For me, I came to the church one day. People are good them as I
Yes, so
oh my goodness. So I came to church one morning, and I saw someone teaching on the pulpit, teaching Bible study, and after church I was on my way out and he stopped me and was like, well, how are you? Started to ask questions and all of that. And I started to give it a try, and then we started to build friendship. So, and then it led to, marriage. So I would say for me, in marriage, friendship comes with time. Like,
so you guys were not friends?
No, we weren't friends,
married.
like, okay. Yes. We're like almost, we're still, in fact, for some people they say love at first sight. For me, it was like I saw somebody that had
values.
Yes, the values that
I
wanted, and somebody that that has a bright future is what he wants. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let's see how it goes, and decided to give it a try. And then decided to build friendship. And now we're like,
Sake and Popo.
Yes, Sake and Popo kind of. So we basically talk about everything. We gist about everything. We gossip about anything that is, like
gossip.
So when you get to that level, you will talk about so many things. There is nothing again to hide. So it grew. I think true friendship grows with time. So something that keeps growing, and so that's what I can say about it.
Thank you, Bibi. Now we're turning to my Oga. Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan, it's your turn. So tell us your story. So these people they met. Let me even join you. These people. They met.
You don't want to ask that question, madam.
Please tell us.
We are dealing with.
We're vulnerable here. I'm telling you, church people everywhere.
Okay. On my left hand side, they met in church. On the right hand side, they met in church, and then here, I met my love.
Tell us.
In a beer parlor. So I don't know how the story is gonna work out. So let's talk about friendship and leave that out. We will tell them in June. Okay, we talk about that more because it's long. It's long, and then to buttress what they have said. I mean, friendship. I mean, some people start off as friends and then it ends up badly. Some people start off as strangers. It ends up like to blossom, to be the best of friends and everything. I mean, but I can tell you for free of charge that friends and family is still the way to go. It has brought me this far. There will be disappointments. There must be disappointment. It's only God that I know that can never disappoint any human being. Yeah. Okay? But it doesn't mean that every other person, family or friends, that they are the same. Okay? So that's why there are options for you to, if you are able to survive that disappointment, the ability to pick up again, you can still trust people. People will disappoint you, definitely. Must. It's there. If our Savior can come and then people disappointed him and betrayed him, who are you? So once you arm yourself with that particular armor that I will be disappointed by man, okay? You can decide not to hold it against the person. You can decide not to hold it against the human race. But what lessons did you learn in this relationship, in this failure of man to you? What are the lessons? I mean, how do you now protect yourself going forward from people? But there is no way you can do without friends. family. There are a lot of disappointments in the family circle. But it doesn't mean that at the end of the day, look at you around you, on your dying bed, it's still the family people that will surround you, that will nurture you, that will give you
But
that
there are
comfort.
families that have really hurt.
Of
What
course,
are
and that is why I'm
families
telling you
Yes.
about man, woman first of all. Every person, brothers, is by everything, like relationship by accident of birth. Nobody choose, and nobody chooses where he or she will come from. Okay? It's now the ability to also bond among siblings, to know that this is my brother, this is my friend, this is my sister. There are people have killed their blood brother. I've seen twins, same umbilical cord, warring, as in war, fighting. But I've seen strangers, different races, different religion, different background, that have made great friends that lasted for decades. You understand? So I do not want us to generalize that friends are terrible or friends are good. But you have to know, in going into a relationship, what do you want? What do you want from the guy? What do you want from the girl? If it's a man to man, is this person reliable? Because you see all those traits. You will be managing that this person will get better. But it's always there from day one. Those signs are there. You see them. Those red flags are there. You will not decide that, you will get better. You will get better. But along the line, they unleash. That is why they are. So if you survive it, if you come out with your life, you thank God. But it does not mean you can't exist alone. You can never exist alone. So I believe in friends. I believe in family. But we will also be careful. We should guide our hearts. Because any heart broken is always difficult to mend. And even when you bend it, it will never, ever be the same again. So I'll leave it at this for now.
Thank you, Obi.
Thank you.
Well, I have a
Dr. Obi,
question.
please.
Sorry,
Call me
my
Dr.
love.
Obi.
I keep forgetting. Thank you, Dr. Okbata
Dr. Obi for
Ozuora.
now.
Obi.
That's too long, Dr. Obi.
Tochukwu Iyebu. Well, thank you. So I have a question. I have two questions actually. How have you been able to manage? Because I know you have loads of friends, lots of friends, plenty friends. You know, sometimes they say when they have plenty friends, you can manage them. Yeah, all this. But you've been managing. I've seen you for how many years? Or in fact, since somebody before I got married to him, somebody was like, "Can you marry me?" You know, you're quiet and reserved, and he's out there, with all the plenty friends and all the noise making.
Who is that person?
That person is your friend, though. He might be watching us here. So, can you even marry him? Now, I've seen you, and I've been with you for over how many years? Going to 20 years, 18 years. Yeah. So, and through all the 18 years, I've seen you with plenty friends, and you've been doing this friendship with your male counterparts. I'm not saying that there hasn't been some up and down, but you've been able to manage all the friends, and you know that there are even the wrong ones, even the not so good and everything. You've been able to manage them, because people like me, you know, I can't deal. Like, how have you been able to manage all these people?
All right. So, like I said earlier, I mean, maybe I'm wired differently. Maybe I've chosen to live my kind of life because I want to enjoy life. So I've chosen to build my life in such a way that I can take practically anything. I don't react to everything, and I don't react to certain things. And I've always believed from the one that man must disappoint you. Man, so I've always had that in mind. That is why I'll smile. I will move on. I'll forgive. But I won't give you a chance to get close to me anymore. I don't hold things against people. Maybe I am different. Some people are fire for fire. It works for them. But I am wired to be this way. Everything I built around friends and family. Most of the things I've lost to friends. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's not something I can just come out here and now say, this person is bad, the friendship is bad. No. It's about man. You choose who is your friend. Nobody forces you to be friend to somebody. So it's about the man. Because man is made to be man, they must disappoint you. So when you build yourself in such a way, like you should let your heart that okay, whatever we see, I will do my best in the relationship, I will sacrifice a lot, I will take a lot, and if it comes that way, I will smile and move on. As long as there's no threat to my life or anybody around me. But just have it in mind that man is, I don't know, I can't say it's made by God. God didn't make man to disappoint, but it's inborn in everybody to disappoint everybody. But when you share something special, there are people you bond with that you can't even. I know some friends I have had for 30 years, for 20 years, that I have not exchanged words. I can't stand to. We have not argued because of that mutual love and respect and understanding and trust. Because if I call you my friend, I don't have any reason to doubt you. I have any reason to verify because you don't have any to lie to me. And there's nothing I cannot understand, especially when it's not intentionally done to harm. Okay? Yeah. So you build that thing in your head that this is man, first of all. He is built to disappoint you. And that's why you can have friends. You have circle. You narrow it down to close circle. You then come back to inner circle.
So don't you think that is too complicated?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. I have wired my life to be able to absorb this.
Okay.
I'm not a psychologist.
So for those who cannot,
that's why I say I know whatever works for them works for them. I am telling you my own experience. I'm not a teacher, but I'm telling you from my own perspective of life. Okay. And this is what works for me.
Nature.
You understand? This works for me. My wife. We've had people, they come here, they do rubbish. She'll be expecting me to react, I'll laugh. I say, see more. And that's the end. In your heart, you tick that one. There are a lot of boxes. Okay? But you will not say, because this John has done this one, I will never give anybody a chance again in my life. No, you can't exist alone. It's not possible. But I don't know what works for other people. But this is how I am wired to be. So I manage everybody around me. I manage the last circle, the inner circle, the close circle, and then you can speak amongst everybody. You can pick like 5 friends and say, my wife, these are my friends. Even in the everything, you know there are people who, if they look for me today, if things are to change.
There are people that will take bullets for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there are people who will tell my wife, God forbid, nothing will happen. They don't rely on this person. Don't rely on this person. That's the better eating the simple and say, yes, it's not his fault, but this is his nature. So I don't want you crying that you are disappointed. He doesn't have the capacity. He's incapable of doing that thing you expect from him or her. But this person, even if you want to put him to test, he will never disappoint you. He's tested and trusted.
With stamp.
There are people like that. And I will tell you for free that I have in my circle, there are people who I can trust with my life. There are people I can leave my wife with in this circle, right? And I come in. And that's my wife naked, and she explains to me that she was changing. And I won't reason it. Then there are people who our friendship stops at Japalo. Some will end at the office. Some will end at a marketplace or any other place. I can't get them to my home as open as I am. Okay? And there are people, when they come, they sit in the living room. That's where it ends. So you know where to draw the lines because of the character of the person you are dealing with. But there are friends who will still take a bullet for you in this life. There are friends who will wake up and call you to find out how you are faring in life, to find out about your welfare, about your family, about your business, and how you are coping. There are people who,
not about
when they
what
see
they want to
that
get
you know money has a language. When you fresh money enters, you have a large circle of
Say,
friends. Everybody comes.
when money enter, plenty friends.
Okay.
You know, follow. Yeah.
So
Are you
just-
able to know, like, the people that are here because of what you have and the people that are there because they love you? How are you able to?
of course,
Tell.
it depends on how close you draw them. Naturally, a good scent, bad scent, attracts either bees or flies. Okay? When they see you are comfortable, you are naturally going to attract everybody. You now begin to sift, to separate. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But you think you can sit down, you can hang out, but when it comes to things that concern the innermost part of your existence, there are people you run to. There are people you open up to. There are people you open up to. There are people you don't tell certain things, but they are still your friends. You call them your friends, but you don't tell them certain things. Because instead of trying to see how to help you, they blow it in such a way as if they are expecting you to fail. And then they move on to the next person, to the next victim and everything. But there are people who, the moment you whisper to them that this is my problem, it becomes their problem. You've taken off a lot of load from you, and they carry the burden until you manage the situation and out of that situation.
Sorry, I'm focusing on you about that.
No, there's nothing to be sorry. We are here for this.
Because I'm going to want to drain you.
You
Guys,
can't drain me. I'm
guys,
making
want,
friends and family.
guys, you guys
You
want
cannot
me to
drain me.
drain.
I'm being replenished.
I want to suck
I'm
him dry.
refreshed.
Yeah.
Fresh by what?
So because I know people are asking. So now, let's talk about hurt, betrayal, envy. How do you manage? I know all friends. You see your friend, and you will not know that this person is envying you, right? Sometimes you see, oh, I got this scholarship. Oh, really nice. God, thank God. Meanwhile, it's hurting them that you're winning, right? So how do you manage envy in friendship? It happens. It's there. Sometimes you're envious. Sometimes there's competition. There's healthy competition. There's unhealthy competition. There's envy, hatred. I know some people will come. Some people that do not know you will come and say, I hate this guy. I just hate him. Why do you hate him? I don't know, I just hate him. There are people like that, yeah? So, and also there are friends that they call them, is it frenemies? Frenemies, right?
Smiling too.
Yeah? They will be smiling, but those are, they will be doing that. People like Brutus, yeah? So, how have you been able to manage hurt and envy? People, I know friends, they hurt you, and I know there are envious friends also. But in my eyes, you're still, you're still okay with every other person. And I know that they are envious, that they hurt you in the past and all of that, but how do you manage? Okay, tell us, how do you manage envious and envious friends? Where
I said, maybe I'm wired differently. Okay? And I can tell for free, I know people who call themselves my friend, and they're not my friends, but I welcome them in some circle. It's just about you knowing.
So what
how
can you
to be
tell us,
careful.
like people like us that want to be able to manage these things? Because some of these people in your circle, probably at work, you just have to work with them, even in marriage, you just have to deal with these people. How do you cope, with this kind of people? How do you?
I mean, I have seen it that comes across me that either you mean well or you want to take something. Okay, I categorize people that come around me, okay, this is pure love. These people are here for something. You allow them to take what they want. Allow them to take, if you have the capacity, allow them to take what they want. They want more, they keep taking. Sometimes you pretend that
Toxic
it's finished.
toxic friends and all.
Okay?
Yeah.
And once you pretend that thing they're getting, the moment they stop getting that, you see less of them. they don't need you anymore. They move to the next person. There are friends who are in competition with you, and they claim to be friends, and then you manage them in any way you can. You talk to them. I mean, because this life, I believe that any meeting is not by accident. It's already ordained by God. So either for you to teach them or for you to learn from them. That's how it works for me. So you keep preaching at every point. Do this, do this, do. If you watch my space on social media, I'm too positive inclined. I tilt towards positivity. It's not as if I don't have issues with people, that I don't bring it on social media. Because I want people to see that you can actually live a positive life and then live 80 years. It's not everything that you want to react, masbos, no. Okay? There are ways you handle matters. This thing called love, like I say, the best religion for me is love.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you're pagan, because whatever we practice today is still by that accident of birth.
Yes.
If my daddy was a traditional herbalist, I'll be practicing it. But that's the way he bring me up. Maybe at old age, I can decide what I want to do. But I believe that love is the language that even a deaf can feel. A blind can feel. A sick can feel, and everything. Okay? So, at every point those attacks come, you use love to watch them and everything. There are people who will change. There are people who can never ever change no matter what you do. If it becomes too toxic, cut them off. Do you understand? This works for me. I don't know what works for me. I'm not advising anybody. You might not have that elastic limit of patience as I have. But for me, this is what works for me.
Thank you, Dr. Obata Ozora. Guys, are you guys having fun, or are you having fun? Good. So we're going to be calling over to you again. We're going to be calling someone to tell us a story on their friendship. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is. And remember, we have so many things for grab. We have money, we have cash, you know. Giveaway. I know that you guys, you want giveaway. Giveaway. Mommy, I'm going to be calling you up, but I'm going to be calling you up when I've had
I'd like to say something from another perspective. I'd like to say something from another perspective based on what Obi has just said.
Okay.
I think Obi has the capacity to accommodate quite a lot. Okay? I don't know how he got here, but grace has taken him this far. You know, so for a lot of followers who are upcoming, there's some things that he's been able to absorb now from what he said, that if some people take that route, they might never get to that level. So, from another perspective, I would say the more you can reduce your circle, reduce your association, the better for you in terms of directing focus and telling who is important to your growth in life. Someone who said to me, if you tell your friends less, your enemy will know less of you. You know, the Bible will say the heart of man is desperately wicked for no reason. A friend who loves you, who supposedly you grew up with, sees you at another level after 10 years, and from nowhere envy just grows. And this is the same friend you're actually pouring a lot of things on. You have a lot of insecurity situation in different parts of the world. I won't say in Nigeria, and most information have come out from friends.
Yeah.
Maybe that loosely or not. So our association, how we need to keep it as, I mean, when you say you want to actually gain contact and make friends, you must first of all, value yourself, know your value, and know who you're going to actually intertwine
And
with.
look for that kind of
You hardly
value
find
have.
3 friends that have same kind of vibes. But actually, in another sense, you find friends in a circle that actually think alike. So when you start, attracting yourself to people who have the same values with you, then you get less hurt. Sometimes there are wicked people, wicked friends, they're all wicked. You hardly find very good person among very, very, very bad people. So if you understand yourself, you detach yourself. So growing up, keep your circle small. If you can absorb a lot of things that you can absorb, and tell less to people that are actually around you, except they have some role to play in that information you're sharing with them. That's my own advice on this.
Thank you. House.
Well, I would say for value in friendship. So yeah, so you have to know your worth, know your value, know what you're looking out for. So when you meet people out there, or when you're ready to make friends with someone, you should be able to know the kind of person that you're dealing with. So
what if you don't?
No, with time, you really can't know anybody all at once at a glance. It's with time. With time, you get to know this kind of person, and then if you can help, you help. Some people are just hurting people because they've been hurt. So you have to just look at the person, and if it's not what you can deal with, if you don't have a big heart to be able to say, oh no, I can't manage this person. I mean, you're not a bad person, I just cannot manage you. So if you can't do that, then you move on. But there are good people out there. I have met good people who are friends with me. I've also met bad people, and I've managed both. I still speak with them, but the closeness is not the same.
Thank you, Emma. Bibi. Okay, let me just call someone.
Can we call Emeka?
Emeka, please, if you are here, send a request. Send a request. I can't see you on my request. Emeka Eby.
Yes.
Emeka Eby, send a request. My brother from the UK, and he is also part of Friends and Family. But while we're waiting for Emeka, let me add Mommy Chidov. For Mommy Chidov, I want to get somebody that will tell us a story of their bad relationship, then bad experience. Anybody with a bad experience, so that Mommy Chidov and my friend. So I have a friend that taught me about friendship, and she's here today, and I'll be calling her up as well. And again, I have my own friend, apart from Bibi, I have. So anybody with a bad one, please send a request that you've not been able to heal from. Okay, Emeka Eby is here. So bad friends, please send a request. Emeka, yay! Yay! Cheers! Cheers! Hello. You're welcome to Under the Mango Tree.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
So guys, Emeka is one of the Under the Mango Tree team. Oh, sorry, one of the Friends and Family team, and he's here to share your own story. We've been sharing our stories, so we want to hear from you.
Yes, friendship is something you cannot joke about. I have a particular friend. I don't know, this is from childhood. We grew up together. His name is Ike, and this is a friend that could go to war for me. He could lose an arm for me. He could do anything for me. Fortunately, he just came to the UK to study as well. So he lives in Manchester at the moment. Well,
How long has he been in Manchester?
In December last year.
Until now, you've not seen
and this
him.
is me.
Till now, are you being a good
Emeka.
friend now?
Let me not say what is on my mind because we are alive. I don't know how you
That's
can.
what it was, yes.
How can you say these things of a guy?
Anything you don't appreciate, you tend to lose.
What, how can you say these
When you're-
things
yes.
about
Somebody
a
that
guy
can take a
and the
bullet for
person
you.
and lose an arm
6 months.
and all this thing towards the guy? You're not saying the one you lose for him. And the person has been in the UK. Make a pick a train tomorrow and go to Manchester. Call me from there. We are here to lecture ourselves. Because you are sounding as selfish. The relationship one-sided
Yeah.
for what you are saying. I mean, this guy, you should be the one to pick him from the airport.
I'm sure.
You're not sure of anything.
It's not literally in
Emeka is a good friend.
Emeka is a fantastic one.
Emeka is a good
Don't worry, I don't want to praise him.
Emeka is a
He
good
will lose focus.
Somebody
Somebody's talking
said
about you.
You're fantastic. You're a good
I say
friend.
what you're one of the most fantastic human beings I've
Yes,
met in
you
my
are.
life.
You
Like,
are.
if I start praising you here right now, you lose focus. So talk.
See, this is someone I've always classed as my top #1 friend from childhood. I know that I've not got to meet him. It's just because of there's a lot of I've been traveling a lot.
I'm gonna go to Manchester tomorrow. You don't need to explain anything. Call me from
It's
Manchester.
just 3 hours.
Call me from Manchester tomorrow. We have to sort out this issue. Call me on video. I know I've come to UK 2 times this year, and you drove everywhere to come and see me. You don't want to go and see this our friend. I'm gonna rat you out. Don't shake it.
Well, we talk a lot. We talk a lot on the phone. We speak a lot on the phone.
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. You are few of the human beings I can tell anybody around me that cares to listen that you are my friend.
Yes,
You are a
yes.
fantastic human being.
Thank you very much for saying that.
But I want you to do more. I want you to do more.
You can go and also verify from him, and I'm sure he can tell you exactly the same thing about myself.
Try and make out time. Take him to lunch.
I cannot sit here and blow my own trumpet. So
I know. No. I'll blow your own trumpet because I know what you represent in my life. Okay. But go and see this your friend. You know the UK, every time you got calculate pounds. Go and see your friend. Huh?
I shall do that.
Thank you very much.
Follow me.
Just break bread. You guys break bread together. I mean, take a bottle of friends and family wine together. Cheers. Send me a picture.
Let me say it on air. The reason I'm not going to see it is because of the pressure you put me on. So let me just say that just now.
Yeah, it's part of life.
In Nigeria, they say away.
It's part of life. Your ability to manage pressure makes you a friend of Abato Zuara. Okay? So just pick 3 hours. Drive.
Yes.
So he's telling you now,
Please.
the same pressure. He's putting you under pressure again.
Okay? Go and
to
see
go
your
to
friend.
Manchester.
What you don't keep close, you tend to lose at a point.
Yes.
Okay? Because
Yes.
people need friends at every time. Telephone conversations are not for me. I'm a very intentional person when I make friends and everything. That's why every time you see me now, I carry Lush now because I'm my one and only. Because if I lose her now, I don't know who you can do to marry me again. So that's why every time she's like my handbag. Okay, she's like my handbag. So whatever you value, please protect at all costs. You get us live.
Yes. Okay. So also let me just add that because the reason I mentioned this particular guy is because it was from childhood. But when I got to the UK, I met a lot of fantastic friends.
So you have
Kept me going.
okay. You're indicting yourself. Do you know what you're saying now? So you have lost your friend because you met new friends. Are you a friend with that friend? Chukwuemeka? People are watching. I'm reading their comment. So if I go, don't worry, don't need to mention a friend. We all know them. But this particular friend that you had the boldness of mind to come and talk about, please.
So that nobody will come and say,
Tomorrow-
so I'm not your
Tomorrow
friend.
is Sunday. It's
wife.
The last time I was in London, it took us 3 hours to drive
It's his wife.
from your house to Manchester.
Emeka is your wife, your friend.
Do that tomorrow.
We want to ask you something.
Don't put it in trouble.
We want to ask you.
A person is asking you a
Efoka is
question.
asking.
Let him ask. I won't ask this one.
Yeah, go on.
Emeka,
Let me take off my jacket on this one.
is your wife your friend?
My very, very best friend. Actually, you know when you say a great man, there's always a woman beside. I'm
There's
not
some
saying
men
that
with
I'm
that
great,
woman.
but we met at uni. That's a very dear story. She was a week to leave the UK and go back to Poland, and that was it for her, not coming back. And that's when we met. So, but she went back, she couldn't stand it, she came back, and that's how we started. But most of the things I've done, so I know why you asked this question. Most of the things I've done, she is part of the backbone of the stuff. And most of the analysis, most of the verifications, most of the quality, it's her decision. And as in when I do ask her, as in she comes up with a very good analytical answers that is not just throw away, that is very vital for most of the products that I've produced. So I'll do a shout out to her.
We also want to do a shout out to her because we had the opportunity of meeting her last few weeks ago in England, and she was so fantastic. And I saw the bond between both of you, and the things that you guys have actually collaborated to do is actually what some of us are actually benefiting even right here in Africa. So I mean what friendship can do, what togetherness can do, what collaboration can do. I think it's fantastic with yourself and your wife. So well done, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emeka.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining
You
us.
guys put me on the spot.
Yes. So, have you had any bad experience? After this one, we can let you go. With friendship.
Yes, there is the type that I'm a very carefree. I'm the type that doesn't. I make friends easily. I don't judge people by just looking at them. I just open up, and I can actually give you every secret I've got. At the point I met you, it's very bad.
Very wrong. For you.
Yeah,
different. No one. I'm not talking about you.
No, it's very risky. Very
experiences.
Are you better than him? You still survive.
Which
Probably that's why everyone looking at one from
yes,
come down.
I've had a lot of bad
Bad
experiences.
experiences.
That's what I mean.